So today what I got here is a Cleanwaste, shelter, and basically what you use this for is to basically take a dump. So I have one of these already that I featured on this channel as a shower and a toilet, and I decided to go with this one instead of that one, and there's some reasons why. So let's go over this, make sure all the parts are here, how it assembles, how easy it is, and talk about why I'm switching it up. So let's get into this review and see what it's all about. The reason why I purchased this setup over the current one I have, and the reason why I went with it was because the ease of use, okay? So as we all know, the other one I put up has all these crossbars and stuff, and it's a pain in the butt to get together. And the reason why you need all those crossbars or cross members is so that way it could withstand the weight of the actual bag of water that's going to hang when you take a shower. The other one I purchased with the whole setup, that one's going to be around $200 range, okay? This one right here is about $100, and it doesn't have a floor, okay? Which is kind of a good thing because I use a tarp anyway. So having that floor kind of trapped all kinds of dirt and stuff, especially when you have people camping with you. They're always in and out of it. So that's one negative about having a floor. Having a tarp, at least you can sweep it off. So first things first, the thing I see that I like about this already right off the bat is look how big this package is. Like, you get all this extra material. Typically, everything's real condensed, like real tight, and you can never get them back in their damn packages. But this one looks like you can. Okay, so one thing I noticed right off the bat is the poles are crossing in the wrong direction. They're not coming straight out. So they're all mixed up. I gotta undo that. And I think it's because of the way I took it apart. Me inverting it. So keep everything closed. So I re-zipped this, so keep that closed. Okay, so I don't know if it's just I happen to get a freaking dud, but as of now, this company does not have my recommendation. I had to figure this out. I thought it was maybe the way I unfolded it and stuff, but what it looks like happened is when they were assembling it, these poles got crisscrossed as they were sliding up the sleeves for the tent itself, and they were just sliding them in and ran them through production. So I don't know if this was a reject and it happened to get pushed through. I don't know, but you take off the cap here. I mean, it's just friction fit, but you can't even push out these poles. They're like a little rod. They're like a little T right here, and it's like they're so tight wedged in there that I can't even push them out in order for me to get the pole out. So what I had to do, and I just barely got this one out, is you pinch these ends right here, pop these off of the little tab down here, okay? And then you gotta somehow finesse this damn thing out of it, okay? And it's a pain in the butt because they got these quick locks right here that every time you move it, they lock into place, and it doesn't allow you to get the damn thing out. And then, so since they fold out like this, as you're pulling them out one way, the other way is locking into place, and it's camming it over, and it's just a pain in the butt. So you gotta slide it through. So the first one isn't too bad, okay? It's when you start having to deal with these top ones, it starts getting worse. But I mean, you shouldn't have to be dealing with this, and especially if you're camping, you definitely shouldn't have to deal with this on your camping trip. So create the pyramid like that first, and then put it together. Okay, so the lower ones of these are easier, but these top ones seem to be a little bit more difficult. So what I decided to do is take a flat blade, put it in through here, and then put this right in between the backside of the clip. where the little tooth is. I mean, I recommend a bigger one if you could fit it in there. But this is what I have. And then you just pull down on it. You kind of pry it out a little bit, pull down on it, let it fall in there, and then it'll make its way over. And of course it falls out. So it takes some practice, it takes some time, because these clips are real tight. It's kind of weird, these clips on top are a lot tighter than the ones on the bottom. So there. Now I'll show you that clip up close. See if I can get it in frame here. So as you can see, you get the little clip there, and then the band slides into it. With the bottom, so if we come over here with the bottom, this hook, this knuckle here's a lot bigger, and these just slide in just like that. So it's kind of weird that they're bigger at the bottom and not consistent. Okay, now for the lug. So the lug has a square area here. You want to make sure when you put that in, it's in line with this perfectly. So that way it pops in there like that. And now this doesn't rotate, okay? So the little wings, it's kind of hard to see that, but the little wings here are going to be on the left and the right side. It just happens to be, okay? So we'll do that. Come around to this side and do the same thing here. So you have the wings right here, facing this way and facing that way. And then you'll take this, pop it in that direction. So the wings are on this side and the wings are on that side. The flat's up here and the flat's back here, as far as the not having the wings or not, okay? Do that to all of them. And to be honest, you shouldn't have to do this. Like, this was a quick review and it turned into being an extensive reassembly of this crappy ass setup that just is really irritating, because it's like, spend good money on something, you know. Well, I mean, who knows how much they paid China to make this, you know, but at least I spent good money on this expecting everything to be plug and play, and it's crap. Okay, so kind of like the whole saying, you get what you pay for, it doesn't really apply here, because I paid a lot and I got crap. The reason for that is because, again, got to make things in America. Not only that, it took forever to get this thing. I think they were drop shipping it. Anyways, so first things, before we get into the interior, let's go over this real quick so you can actually see it. So you stake it down here, and we didn't get any stakes, okay? You pop this down, it's all spring loaded, okay? And they're half moon. So these are all spring loaded. They're like a little canister here. And if you look at this, it's a half moon. So it's threaded on one side, but the other side's chopped off flat. Let's see if I could get a better picture of this without collapsing this. So as you can see, it's threaded on one side, so it's like it was a full thread and then they chop it off, okay? And what that allows is this to cam out and pop into that canister, lock in, and then those threads grip on here so it doesn't pop out easily, okay? You come up to the midsection, and all it is a friction fit. You have a spring-loaded thing here that just applies pressure onto this, and then you have another small canister set up here. And then at the very top, there's a cap that goes here. I'll just pop that back on. But at the very top up there, you have this system, okay? So this is what it looks like as we walk around it. Of course, I don't have it staked down, so it's not going to keep its integrity as far as like expanding outward. But basically that's what you get, you know, straight up. That's what you're gonna get. Okay. Okay, so you have a window here. Okay, come around, you've got a window here, and all these windows have fine mesh screening so no mosquitoes get in. And then also they're double stitch all the way up on top. You have a little Velcro flap here that you can pop up to like ventilate it, because I mean, when people use the restroom, they tear that crap up. You got another one over here, and then you got the door. Okay, you have, it's like some type of elastic around here to keep bugs from going in or water from creeping up. I mean, that's unnecessary. I hate these flaps. I just wish they would reverse your zipper and forget about those stupid flaps, because they usually get hung up. Okay, but that's what you get. Okay, you get a pretty nice and decent let me see, zipper. So when I'm doing the zipper, it doesn't hang up because it's not tied to the floor, so it allows this fabric to kind of stretch, right? So as we go up with it, you'll see that it's loose down here, so it's not getting hung up as we unzip it and make our round. Okay, so you got a little tie over here, so that way you could tie this out of the way. And then of course the headroom, this hits me right in the eyes, so you got to kind of duck. You have a piece of Velcro here that allows you to pull this flap down, and this whole thing folds down. So basically all it is it flops down, and then you could air it out that way. Okay, you have a little pocket here for utensils, real fine mesh again. I believe it's because it's the same stuff they put on the screen, so they just repurpose that whole type of material so they don't have to keep more on hand. It's pretty durable though. And then the top has nothing and one little loop. And this loop is for a lantern, not to put water bags on or nothing. It's just for a little lantern to give you light. Okay, so not much to work with. And then of course you have the little Velcro area here that allows you to pop this up and let airflow go through there without having to drop your crapper panels. Okay, bottom's open. They do have tarp style flaps at the bottom just to keep water rolling off. So what I recommend is, if you use this for a multi-purpose shower, of course you can't hang no water from it, so you would have to have an electric style shower and a crapper. I recommend to put this on a slope, so make sure it goes downhill, so when you're showering all that water pools out and it always stays dry at the bottom. Okay, I do like the fact that there's no floor, because all I got to do is remove the tarp, sweep it off, and not have to shake it out. Okay, so that's one nice thing. And as you can see, this is the stupid structure that I was dealing with all the way down. Okay, not a crappy design, it's just, I believe it's poor management on how they assembled it. So poor assembly, or maybe they weren't trained right. I mean, you're getting paid crap in China, so I kind of feel for them, you know. But also quality control, you know, it's poor quality control that they didn't catch that before getting it to me. But overall, I mean, it's pretty wide. Like, I'll stand in there so that way you could kind of get a gist of actually how big it is. So let me raise this like that. So I'm a little over 6 foot, so like 6'2". As you can see, I can't walk straight in, so I duck, and then I could stand up in here, and I have about maybe a foot, maybe 9-10 inches of headroom. You know, of course you're going to be squatting, so you're going to be dropping one, or you're going to be showering off. You know, it's nothing fancy, it's just something that's compact and easy to put up. Okay, or supposed to be easy to put up, but that's what it looks like. So, do I recommend this? I definitely recommend it if it was at a lower price point. And not only that, I think, you know, based on my frustrations, I'm going to be negative on it. So I'd say, you know, it's kind of a toss-up. Would I buy it again? Probably, only because this is like the only minimalist thing on the market that you could get without being too cheap and having, you know, some rod frames that bungee cord out when they pop out, and without having to fiberglass everything together. Whether or not this will last, I'm not sure. I mean, there's a lot of plastic and, you know, moving mechanics, and when, you know, plastic is constantly moving, typically ends up breaking. You do have some brass bushings and it looks like stainless hardware, but like I said, it's the plastic that usually ends up breaking. I mean, is it worth $100? I don't think it is, only because of my frustration, I think, at the moment. So, but I mean, given the fact that the other one just takes way too much time to set up, and the cheaper ones just are way too flimsy and cheap, this is like the only alternative that you got at the moment. So that's that. I wish, you know, this product was straightforward and easy to assemble, but as you can see, I had some frustrations with it. So let's see if the frustrations that I have with this are easy to put back together, take down, and hopefully nothing messes up now that we have everything assembled already. So as you all could tell, I did get cold again. It's dipping down to the 30s right now. But after the frustration and all that, it kind of, you know, the coldness affected me again. Well, if you want to see the deconstruction of this, you know, basically taking it down in a time lapse, definitely stay tuned. I'll put it all together. If you like this video, definitely give it a like. That's greatly appreciated. If you want to see content like this and other content I'll be posting on my YouTube channel, definitely consider subscribing. Until next time, I'll see y'all in the next one.